are going to work on the mod, so I need to update the description of the stream because I'm a derp. Working on my mod. Ta-da! There we go. So we just got done discussing the helicopter, and to be honest, I don't remember if I ever showed the helicopter off on a stream, ever.
No, I don't think you did either.
Yeah, that's kind of been top secret. So surprise! A lot of the dev work on the mod has been off stream lately. So let me open up Minecraft from the dev version because that's slightly better than what we have on the server here. And I'll show it off. Someone's watching already. It's probably us.
Now, Tech, we've been through this before.
I know, it shows me watching my own thing.
No, it's me.
Oh. Someone's watching already. Okay, the sounds are working. I always forget to check that right away. Oh, it says 3 people. Hello, everyone. Okay, that's all 3 of us. Oh. Whoa. The chat just all of a sudden went crazy.
I think it's just catching up from the last time.
I don't know. I think Emperor Bulldog might be just now. Unless he said that right after I typed something last time around. And there's 4 people watching, so one of those is not us.
One of these things is
not like the other. Yeah. So here's my test village I've been working with. Chopper. Been harassing the villagers with my helicopter. So the blades spin, both tail rotor and the main rotor. It doesn't tilt sideways, it just rotates. That's easier to control. But it does tilt forward and backwards. And you fly around. I've made it so... Make sure I've got the bounding box small here. Yeah, okay. I've made it so that if you run it into something, it blows up in a horrible explosion. If you can get one to place down, there we go, and get in it. I thought that making obsidian rings like these could make for a fun chopper racetrack. What is my seed? This is a super flat world, so it isn't really important. They're all like this. You just fly around till you find a village. Okay, so...
Yeah, so his seed is creative super flat.
Yeah. If I can make it through this thing, it is possible. I've done it. Ah! I'm telling you it's possible. But you might need to make the hole a little bigger on the server if we're going to do helicopter racing, because it is kind of tricky to fly. But for now, what we're going to do is add in or finish off the fractional distillation tower, the oil well, all that fun stuff. Probably work on the crusher a little bit, because everybody's been saying we should add this, that, and the other thing that needs to be crushed. So we'll do that. These are my liquid pipes. I don't think I've ever showed off the liquid pipes either. So go over here and do this. They automatically connect to each other. Just give them a little bit of time to recognize, because I don't want a bunch of lag from them trying to update all the time. And they form their own little thing.
Well, those pipes look really cool.
Yeah, I was impressed with them because they're basically that centerpiece, and then every little direction has a little pipe coming off of that centerpiece, and that's all there is to it. It's a very simple model.
Are you gonna update the bonding box based on the rotation and such?
I might, before I do that though, I'm probably gonna try and make it use the new render code instead of a tile entity special render. So you can define a model and have it basically all blocks in the world render and then cache what their model is, and don't try and render it again over and over and over again the same way that tile entity special renderers do. They try and render every tick or every frame, right? So it's more efficient if I can get it to the other way. So I get what you're saying about the size of the block and everything. It'd be nice, but I think that's probably a lower priority over something that'll give us a big FPS gain, or could give us a big FPS gain.
Only the pipes are other things too.
Tech, the link to the mod's whereabouts is on the description, ain't it? Or do you need to update it?
There is a link to the Minecraft forum post, and the Minecraft forum post has links to everything. So the mod and all that. It's on Curse. Not this version of Curse, the helicopter's not on it. It hasn't been released yet.
So Tech, what is the maximum fractal launch height?
Oh gosh.
In your description.
It is in the description.
And what does it do?
Oh, you don't know what that is? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Oh. Okay, that needs the other. Over here. Do we still have map? We don't have map writer, Fiery. Or at least I don't. Dang it.
No.
I'll do it on there. I'll do it on the other one where Fire can't see it. Explosive pack stone. So what we've been doing on our streams, usually towards the end of them, we'll get a bunch of explosive pack stone and throw a tractor or some entity on top of it and detonate it.
Oh god, yes!
Oh, I get it.
And because the entities that are the machines are indestructible, they just go flying. So I'm going to make a small one here. The world record that we have there is kind of limited by the fact that if you get too many explosions going at once, it'll end up crashing your instance of Minecraft and stopping the explosion. Just like vanilla TNT, right? If you get too much of that, it'll explode. Bad things. Come on, I need to see the lever at least. Here we go, and we usually hit F3. You can see I'm already at 500 and climbing. 600, 700. Okay, so we launched ourselves somewhere around 700 high that time.
You must not have used that much.
Oh, I didn't. There's the other one. But yeah, that's what the tractor height thing's about.
Okay.
Just as being goofy. We were, like, I think we started off with, like, iron golems or something. Then we realized that, you know, they die when they land, so we can do it with the modded machine that get really high. So to the code, what do we need to do first?
Okay, I think I got the recipe kind of settled, believe it or not. And it was actually quite easy now that I thought about it. For your fractal distillation tower.
Okay.
Everything is as shown.
Whoa, 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 what? That's, now, is this the actual items in it?
Actual items. Because it all makes sense. What? It makes sense.
A distiller? Or a fermenter? A wooden fermenter?
Yeah.
Why? You don't ferment things. And like, this isn't
You're
for
basically
corn.
distilling it up to the next tier of stuff. Okay, fine. If you don't like the fermenters, we'll take the fermenters out.
I'm not sure if I like most of it though, Fiery. No offense. And to be honest, now that I think about it, I might have had a... No, not this one. Dang it. I might have had a doc that had a recipe for that one. Sorry.
You do?
Where is it? Where is that? Machine mod oil rubber diagram. Is this it? Yeah. Yeah, so I had iron bars, I do iron bars? Let me zoom in on this. Oh, iron blocks. Jeez, that was expensive. Iron blocks like this. And iron bars like that is what I had. Now, that said, I don't completely like that because it needs one change. It needs... I was going to put the furnace down there, but the brewing stand makes more sense, I think, so we have a little bit extra cost of... Oh, you already got it in there. Of the nether in it. Because it's a tower, right? So it's something vertical. Maybe having... But it doesn't just distill liquids down. I'm being nitpicky, I know. Probably shouldn't be. The only problem with it is they stack, right? And the second one isn't really distilling it anymore. You don't need fuel in the second one up or the third one up in order for it to run. By fuel, I mean coal, right? Something to burn.
Right.
Because it does need a heat source. Because it's basically boiling the liquids. And that thing looks weird in your hand. It's upside down. It's like you've got your arm in it.
Yeah, so does yours. It looks like you got a giant bullet facing towards the ground. See, but to me, it looks like it's right side up in my hand.
Yeah. It's the way Minecraft works. There's different orientations between first and third person. So if you go F5 mode, you're going to see how I see you looking at it.
Oh yeah, looks like I'm holding an atom bomb.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, something else to fix. Here, corn's on. I mean, do you see problems with this? Is that too much iron being blocks? Considering you need multiples of them for it to even work.
Okay, yeah. Take a look at any one of the other iron-hungry machines in the mod and tell me that again.
Well, I mean, that's 9, 18, 27,
and this
36.
Is an advanced, and this is an advanced
45.
machine.
That's 54 iron in just the iron blocks, plus the 6 iron bars you need to make, or the 6 ingots you need to make the iron bars. Those 6 ingots will make 3 distillers, though. So there's 6 there. 54. It's 108.
Plus, you're automatically assuming that they're going to have to make these fences.
Yeah, I know. 54
I mean,
times 4.
Look how resourceful we are. I'm sure any one of us could go find some fencing real quick.
You're talking approximately 4 stacks of iron, though. We are tripling iron at this point, probably.
I'm saying. By this time, we're almost ready. We're almost ready, if not have the bagger.
Yeah, and it needs to be a sturdy machine. I'll stick with this.
I mean, if you were to drop it at all, the most I would say is put iron bars at the top one, maybe. Or maybe at the bottom.
What if there's no way to get liquids in and out? What if we put like hoses on the side or something?
Well, I was thinking pipes.
Like,
but the pipe...
Okay, let's...
Oh yeah, that's another...
that makes more sense. That makes more sense, yeah. Because the hose is more of like a flexible thing for the machines. This is a more industrial type thing.
Pipe?
What's the pipe going to be made out of? What material?
Well, I would say iron. You're not going to want an aluminum. You're not going for weight on a pipe. You're going for strength.
Yeah, okay.
And unless you're popping steel in, then it's going to have to be iron.
Okay.
You aren't putting steel in, are you?
Oh no, are we?
I mean, I thought we kind of threw that one around too.
We could.
When we were doing the helicopter.
How would it be made?
Charcoal and iron.
Just craft them together?
Pretty much the same way you do steel anyway.
Just craft them together?
Should be a
No.
machine.
Hello, Kathleen.
Yeah, it should be a machine.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was trying to get at. So what should the machine be? What should the machine recipe be? You see where this is going, right?
Yeah.
It's
This is the thing we were stuck on before.
Yes.
Yeah,
we're quickly spiraling into we need to add the world to do one little thing. Do we section it off into pieces to get going and then change as we go, as we add more? All I want to do is make it so we can make the stupid asphalt. And here we are talking about making steel. How's that work? I get why it's that way. It's just, should we get the asphalt in and later come back and make steel and later change the recipe from iron to steel in the pipes
or
when steel
put,
manufacturing's in?
or do you put a second tier of pipe in? Maybe one that goes faster.
That's a possibility.
Not that you would really need it to go faster, but
You might. I made it pretty slow because I don't know what it should be yet.
So can your pipes also transport water, for example?
They are designed to transfer liquids, regardless of what the liquid is. So
Okay.
currently, the way they work is they will transfer. So each pipe looks to see all the blocks around it, right? And determine if it's something that can accept a liquid. If it can, it will push into that block. Assuming that the block has either no liquid in it itself or the same liquid as the pipe, right? The thing that they do that's kind of off right now is if I were to run two liquid pipes like this and connect them in between,
tech.
they will visually connect, but they won't actually transfer liquids if they have two different liquids.
I
But
got it.
that's something that can be fixed later, I think. What's
I
up?
got it.
What's up?
You take the charcoal and the iron and mix them together and it makes something else, and you have to take that and put it into a furnace.
What would
The total workaround
I've got it.
to having to add another machine. Total complete. There we go.
I've got it. You take
Idea man strikes again.
you take the coal, you crush the coal. It gives you coal dust.
Okay.
You take the iron dust, you mix those together, you furnace that.
That'll work too.
Because you're adding carbon to the iron, which is really what steel's about.
Yep.
What's the ratio? Like 4
1 to
coal
1.
to 1 and 1 iron?
It's just 1 to 1. It's usually just 1 to 1.
I'm trying to get my spreadsheet here.
I mean coal and iron. Are you using the ratio of that?
Like iron dust to coal dust to make the steel, whatever we're gonna call it. So I'm gonna make a list here on our spreadsheet we have, Fiery, the one that you have access to. I'm gonna add a crusher recipe section. So the crusher needs to take coal dust, and we need to do what else? We need to take iron ingot to iron dust so that you can go back if you've already smelted it, right? So you don't have to go get more ore. Just general crafting recipe. We need to go coal dust plus iron dust will give us steel dust. Should we call it steel dust? I mean, that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
And should you make it so that you can use charcoal as well for the same thing? As in, grind up charcoal and get the same dust and mix that with it, because basically the same thing.
You tell me.
Just carbon.
You tell me. Should it do that?
Yeah, I think it should. I mean, it's same thing, carbon.
Okay, then instead of naming it coal dust, should we name it carbon dust?
Yeah. Completely. Totally makes sense.
Charcoal to...
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike. And then carbon dust. Carbon dust. Carbon dust and iron dust, steel dust to steel ingots in smelting recipes. So all of that means I need to add items. I need to add carbon dust. I need to add steel dust. I need to add a steel ingot. Okay, what other crusher things have we been talking about? Let's go ahead and put those in writing so I don't forget, because I will. Cobble to gravel, or should we go straight to sand?
Gravel would be cool.
Yeah,
was that
gravel
too?
would be cool.
Gravel. Cobble to gravel.
And then
A
gravel
little
to
to
sand.
sand.
Yes.
Thanks, Kathleen.
Yeah, thanks, Kathleen. You're paying attention to it. I'm not, unfortunately. I'm typing.
That's why I'm here.
Oh, sandstone. To sand. To for sand. Which makes sense. I'll put question marks in this. But armor to armor components. And part of the reason for that question mark is, what if somebody adds emerald armor? How am I going to figure out it's made of emeralds?
I think you can look up the recipe of items. Can't you?
Maybe. I've never tried
wow.
it. Yeah, I've never tried
And
that.
there is a mod that adds emerald armor.
Yeah. But
So you
that
might
was...
as well just.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say you might as well just add it in there, can't you? Just add it in ahead of time and
Oh,
just not.
well, I need to know what the item is, right? Like, I need a or dictionary name for it, being
Yeah.
this, to know I've got iron or emerald armor. I can't just
I
go
think
by
it-
the actual name. I need the code name.
I think it would be possible to support all kinds of armor. But I think the
Okay.
old stand item armor.
Download or spawn the latest version. Oh wait, that's right. Or spawn hasn't hit 1.8.9 yet. That's right. You're good for a while.
Yeah, and you know, the way the crusher works, if it doesn't have a recipe, it's not like it eats your item, right? It just spits it back out.
Yeah.
So it's not the end of the world if you throw emerald armor in there and just get your emerald armor back.
Right.
But from that,
God, I wish or spawn would upgrade. That would be great.
What other things do other mods add that we really should have as crushing recipes? Oh, okay. Wool to 4 string.
Also use a program to make mods called mcreator. I don't think I've heard of that one.
I've heard of MC Creator, but I never actually looked at it to see what it does and stuff.
Okay, because Mike said he's the one that was making it.
No, so MC Creator is something you use to make mods. I think that's what he's saying. Yeah, I also use a program.
Oh, okay.
What is the mod going to aim for? It adds a bunch of machines into Minecraft. So here's a truck, there's a loader over there. Whole bunch of entities, basically.
We could be really cool right now and do like a whole showcase and.
Go for it, Fire. I'm gonna take a drink while you do that.
All right. Let's see. First and foremost, we might as well start off with the road grader.
The ugliest one.
Hey, it might be ugly, but she works. Okay. Not always the prettiest girl that gets asked to dance first. This spot will work perfectly for that.
That just sounded so inappropriate with what you said before.
Okay, basically, the road grader works like any road grader you would think of does work. Okay, if there's a low spot in the world, it'll fill it in with dirt or whatever you happen to have in the road grader. Okay. It will also, if you have high spots, like that, it'll take it away. And this thing will fill as deep as you can pretty much go.
Yeah.
So.
You just have to drive slower.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much this entire flatland area is courtesy of this road grader.
And the dozer.
Well, yeah, but
yeah,
I mean,
it smooths out the low spots.
Mainly, it was this one though. I mean, well, I don't know. I guess it was kind of both parts. Speaking of dozer, where's one? I know we have one out here, and we don't.
Mike, try using the Curse voice launcher for Minecraft. That's a pretty easy way to get mods in Minecraft. Does it all for you pretty much.
Okay.
There's a mod pack that includes my mod in it that I created. It's called TSCraft.
Okay, let me guess. I just put 2 of them down and it's not showing up.
I see one.
Well, there's 2 there.
Well, I see one. Maybe they're on top of each other.
Nope. 2.
Okay. Still only one.
Am I in the one you see?
Yes.
Okay.
And if you weren't, you just drive over junk.
Okay, so now the bulldozer does exactly like you think it would do. Just totally clears land.
And you can raise and lower the bucket on this one. The loader, or the grader was stuck.
See, you can go 1 higher or 1 lower. I usually tend to stay at the level and just level it.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Now I see the bulldozer that was hidden behind the hill.
I'm gonna set you up here, Fire.
Okay, great. So, grow me a tree.
Yep. Oops. Hit everything but the tree. There you go.
That is the weakest tree I've ever seen, Tech. But okay.
How's that for a tree?
Yeah, that's a little better. Okay. So, just like a real bulldozer, this thing will take out trees like nobody's business.
Nice.
And we have tested this thing on even redwoods.
Yes. From Biomes of Plenty.
Oh yes, it is biomes of plenty ready. So that's that little beauty. Well, since we happen to be next to the seaport, and of course there's no subs here.
Oh, I can't type today. At all. Wow. It's like 4 fails in a row.
Okay.
Ah, I put it in the wrong spot. Placing the sub's kind of weird, right? Can you place it on water? No, you can't. I need to make it so you can place it right on the water. Now that it actually functions properly and can't... Ah! Can't actually be placed in a block. There we go. I'm in the submarine at least. So when you're in the submarine, you go underwater, you get night vision and what else? Water breathing?
Yeah.
Yeah, water breathing.
Basically anything you could possibly need to travel under the water.
Yeah, it was pretty quick too. And I think the ocean in Minecraft looks really cool from inside this thing. Are you sitting in one? Driving across the chunk?
Yep.
Eventually, there you go. It feels like it should do something else, but it doesn't. It was very handy when I was building my base on the server, though. I wouldn't have built it without it. They are saying the mod is cool so far.
Oh, we haven't even shown the cool stuff yet. Okay, let's go take a trip to the mine. Or somewhere else that needs to get blown apart.
Okay.
Huh?
Lead the way. I'll film you. Let me close this other version of Minecraft, yeah. There we go. That's much better. Less lag. Oh, that mine. I'm flying over. You can go through.
Yeah, I made the easy open window.
I heard. Are you going down?
Yeah, I'm coming right behind you.
Okay. How do I get the models for the machine? So I... Oh my gosh, Fiery, I think we had a bug.
Oh yeah, you remember? Oh dear.
Oh my gosh. This used to be all blasted stone, not this stuff. Well, this is because this server's been here for so long, through so many versions.
Yeah, I think it's time for a new test server.
Yeah, I think we need a new world, don't we? Oh well.
Okay, well,
So here's a spot that's not horribly awful. In fact, I'll get the the hand drill.
I got it.
I wanted to show off the hand drill in my hand. Look at that thing. Boom. I was proud of that one. That one actually looks like a hand drill, I think.
Yeah, that does. That looks awesome. Okay, so you take this lovely little hand drill thingy here and drill it into the wall. And then you do it.
Which
to a couple
what
other spots.
Fiery is seeing is that. There's a bug. So it's drilling holes in the stone.
And then you would take some anfo, which is made with bone powder and sand?
No, the fuel.
Oh yeah, that's right, and fuel. Duh. But then you fill it in.
And it's multiple blocks deep is what it's doing here. That's why it's multiple clicks. The drill goes into the side of the hill. Or the wall. Oh, there he is. And then, are you in creative?
Yep.
Let's do a button instead. And a bow. This is the safest way of setting it off, is just get back, place a wooden button, shoot it with a bow, because these things are pretty dangerous. They have a bigger blast radius than TNT. Oh, first shot.
Nice shooting, Tex.
My name's Tech, not Tex.
Well, today it's Tex, little partner.
Yeah. So what this did was it turned all the stone, all the andesite, all the ores into blasted versions of themselves. And apparently released a silverfish back there. He's freaking out.
Oh, that happens.
And these blasted versions of the ores can be ran through a crushing machine that I've created to triple them. The crusher will double normal vanilla ores, so if we were to just get iron or gold, for example, and run them through the crusher, it'll double them. But if you blast it first, it'll triple it. Diamonds blasted, I think, are doubled.
Yeah.
Gems are doubled, ores are tripled, basically is what it boils down to. Redstone and lapis, there's some other variation. I can't remember the number. It's pretty high, though, because they normally drop a lot. So it's a way to get more ores. It's also a fun way to blow up the world, right? Or launch a tractor.
Current record's what, 35,000?
No, 40-something. 47.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
47,000 blocks high. From starting at Y100. So we normally have conveyors over here. Not these.
Yeah.
So I added conveyors to Minecraft, which behave kind of like I expect them, I guess. Conveyor. So we need to place it this way. They will move entities around in the world. Entities can be anything from items or players. I'm not pushing forward and I'm not flying. It's moving me. What this allows us to do is run these things into, say, a crusher. The crusher, if you give it fuel, is basically my mod's equivalent of a macerator type block, right? So if we were to toss in iron, let's get a little bit more actually.
Yeah.
There we go. It's going to go up, it's going to go over, and it's going to go into that crusher. And the crusher's going to crush it if I gave it fuel, which it doesn't look like I did. There we go. So it's going to start spitting out the items that were put in it and crushing things that it can. So that's what we were talking about just a little bit ago. Would have iron and dust in my inventory if I wasn't out of room in my inventory. So thank you, Fire. I'll catch it. There we go. So I'm getting gold dust out of this because he's putting gold in. And that's what we're talking about. It will triple if it's the blasted version of gold. So you'd be getting 3 gold dust instead of 2. How did it make them on? Java programming with Forge, Minecraft Forge. What else?
Burn-in loader.
Yes, that's what I was just thinking. So the loader, ignore the model. I know it's upside down and has no texture. There's a lot of things I'm working on. It has a bucket that goes up and down, and if we get anywhere near this blasted stone, it becomes useful. The loader will move soft materials, stone, not stone,
Blasted stones, sand. Didn't we add clay to that list too?
We might have wanted to. I don't know if I ever did it. If we didn't, or if I didn't, we should.
Yeah, I think we should.
So
and clay.
The loader here is kind of showing off another property of this blasted material, right? It's not like normal blocks in Minecraft. It will tumble down a hillside. It falls like sand, but it will also tumble down a hillside. So you can't stack it too tall on top of itself because it will just collapse down to the side. And the reason for that is that's how it works in the real world when you have blasted material in the bottom of a quarry, and they come along with a loader like this, and it just kind of keeps falling into the bucket. And you can see I'm picking up these things up. And if I come over here and get out of this thing, you can see it's actually got the items that are in it displayed in the bucket itself. Go for it, Fire. My voice is getting cut out by the end of the day.
The next one here is...
This Fire is dying.
We're both dying today. Dump truck.
Oh, and it all sucked into my inventory in creative. So there.
Am I seriously carrying a burn-in loader?
Yes, you are. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize it would do that. That is so cool.
Beautiful.
Do you realize that makes some? Oh wow. Okay. Go ahead. I'll shut up now.
Okay. Yeah, you can back it up, go forward with it, you know, like normal.
So-
And when you back it up to a certain spot, like with your conveyors,
If he has
you're gonna
aim.
want to. Yeah, I'm solely not aiming here.
I think you're close at least.
Yeah. It would work better if all of those were the conveyors that they should have been.
Yeah.
But you raise it up.
It
And then
dumps
I'll
all
put your
out
stuff.
right onto the conveyors if the conveyors were there, and it gets moved onto your processing plant. We also have a screen, which we can show. Pretty easy down here, probably.
Yeah, that we actually got space to set it up.
Yeah, ignore the missing texture.
I think he did put a disclaimer about the missing texture.
Yeah. Compact Wolf might be new. I haven't seen that name before. Wait, what am I doing? So we're setting up.
Back in the bed.
Okay. We are setting up the screen here. A screen is really just a sorting item or sorting block. It has blocks for the 4 cardinal directions. So I'm going to put some dirt to the north, cobble to the south, grass to the west. We'll leave the east open. I don't know which direction is the east.
There.
East's this way. So down this middle line should be every item that's not those other.
You said dirt, cobble, and what else?
Grass, I think, because I had tall grass in my inventory for some reason. So if I throw in a conveyor, it goes to the east. If I throw in a screen, it also goes to the east. If I throw in dirt, cobble, or grass, they're going to go to the directions that I told them to go. So if I throw in dirt, it's going to go out that side. Cobble's going to go to the right, and grass is going to try to go backwards and just get stuck because that conveyor's there. But you get the idea. It's me, Alderman. Not sure I recognize that name either. Sorry about that. Oh, you changed your name, okay. But yeah, that's the screen. It acts like a real world screen does in a stone quarry. They separate and sort different size stones. Should we go farming?
I'm back.
Hi, back.
It's official. You're one of us. No one is immune.
That's right. Alright. Let's see how well our farm fared.
Oh my gosh, what happened to all the crops?
Oh, I think that's what happened since the last time we showcased and didn't replant.
Oh, okay. Relog here real quick. So we've got a combine and we've got a tractor. The tractor is capable of having attachments. So we've got a plow, we've got a sprayer, there's a trencher somewhere that's hiding in this chest that I don't see, and we've got the planter that's on the back of that thing. So I'm going to grab some seeds.
Okay. Well, let me take care of this field right quick. Oh, it is moving. Cool.
Yeah. So the tractor is dynamic, so its model changes based on which attachment that you put in the first inventory slot. So you can see it's got the planter. Take that off and put the plow on. It's got the plow. Take that off, put the sprayer on. You get the sprayer, okay? Each one of these has a different function. So as you might expect, the planter, if I drive over here and hold control, will start planting the seeds that I have in my inventory on farmland. The sprayer, which I need to get out of this thing and get some bone meal, because Minecraft, will bone meal your crops when you hold control and make them grow, which then Fiery can come along with his combine and harvest. The combine will only harvest fully mature crops. It works with modded crops, although I've only ever tested mine. Anybody tested another crop on the server that's from another mod?
I don't think we've had another crop from another mod, to be honest.
I don't think so, we do.
Wonder what it does to like the berries.
It's
on
out right
Bombs of
now.
Plenty.
It's on Cursed Forge.
Yep, it's on Curse Forge. It's not a complete mod. It's a work in progress, but it's got quite a bit of stuff in it already. What else are we forgetting, Fiery? The helicopter.
The helicopter, but that's still a work in progress until we get everything else for it.
And this version it isn't tipping, but it does answer. When do I release it? It's out now. I mean, you can play the version, not this specific version, but a couple versions back from what we're showing today. So that's the helicopter. Hopefully it doesn't explode. Okay, landed good. The sub, the semi-trailer, and tractor. Okay, so we got the semi. So that needs renamed. So there's the semi-truck. You can drive it around. It's much faster than other machines. The reason for that, when we originally made it, it had a flatbed attachment that it came with, but we decided to make it like the tractor instead, and we changed the attachment. And you can drive this thing around, back up into a machine if I don't run into a hillside, because I don't know how to drive.
Or I suppose you could drive through it and...
Yeah. And pick up the machine, carry it around the road, maintain its fuel level.
Does not grab attachments.
No, it drops the inventory of whatever the machine has. You can do that. Then, oh, and I figured out, so Fiery, I'm getting off topic here. But you know how, like, if you look right here, you don't see the bed, but if you pan this way, you can see the whole thing? I figured out how to fix that.
Oh, good. So is that like you'll be able to fix the whole not being able to see something?
Maybe. Because I thought I did it for the bagger, and it didn't work for the bagger. But this one, like, because this thing's so long, it's bounding boxes right here, but the bed renders out to here.
It kind of does the same thing with the harvester here. If I look away from it just a little bit.
Like, that's something they just fixed in vanilla, too.
Yeah, 1.9, just that show.
So we've got the bagger to show off still. I'm not going to show the crane. The excavator, I could care less. Still the riding lawnmower. This one's just a funny little thing. So, place it in the world, hold control, you can mow your grass, and it cuts the grass, and it's directional grass. Anyway, road roller, paver, we've got those in. All the different attachments for the flatbed. Tanker. I can make some textures, but I'm really bad at it. That's why they look so hokey. So this is a tanker truck. It will haul fluids around. We're still trying to get that working all the way. Unfortunately, I have been doing all the textures. Well, no, I take it back. We had somebody help me with some of the textures, so like
yeah,
this
but he didn't
stuff
put
here.
any of them in, right?
No, somebody else. This was one of the old TSCraft members, Chaz. Chaz Van Dam.
What did he do?
He created some textures for me. So like the transmission, the turbofan, the iron gear, those were all him.
Okay.
The engines, some of the wheels, stuff like that. He made them actually look like Minecraft, right? Not my derpiness that's
Hey, leave
128.
the John Deere tractor alone, the lawnmower alone. Everybody's always picking on the lawnmower.
I think it looks like a lawnmower,
Right?
but
That lawnmower is one of the better 3D models in this mod, okay?
gee, thanks, Fiery. No, I think the helicopter looks like a helicopter. That one turned out pretty good.
Yeah, you did a really good job with it.
The texture in this version's a bit derpy still, but the next version up has that fixed. So I'm sure we're forgetting something because we have a lot in this mod.
Yeah, steamroller, that whole line.
That isn't complete, that I should be working on.
Yeah, that we totally interrupted us to do this, but oh yeah, the crowning jewel in the whole collection, Tech,
Yeah, go ahead.
the big boy.
Bagger 288.
The one that all of the server admins are going to be killing you for.
No, why? It's fine.
And I can tell right now that one showed up but didn't show up.
Yeah, it's there. I can see it. So this is a bagger. This is a thing in Germany. I guess it's other places too, but... Sorry, what?
Your mic must have cut out for a second there.
Oh, really? I'm not sitting that close to it. That's probably why. So this is a thing that is in Germany. There's a bagger 288, but I guess it's in other parts of the world too. It's a bucket wheel excavator.
Closer.
Yes, you should have. So a bagger in the real world is very slow, so we made it nice and slow, so it's not too overpowered, but it's still really overpowered.
Yeah, totally. Like this mountain's about to get historyfied.
Uh-huh.
If I could ever get to it.
Once he actually accomplishes contact with the thing, it's going to start disappearing. There we go. Oh gosh! Jeez.
Well, you're in creative tech. You're not gonna die.
There you go. I unfortunately do not speak or read Russian, so translate to the rescue, I hope.
I wonder if that's that same guy that did the
No.
mod showcase on it.
It's not. What's going on here? We're showing off my mod. Hopefully you understand English. Otherwise I'm wasting my time. Someone replies. Off my mod. I will translate that with I don't speak or type Russian.
So yeah, that's totally that one. And it is awesome.
Where is Russian in the list of Google Translate things?
That is the great equalizer of mountains.
Hopefully that translated okay. I didn't just tell him something naughty.
Yeah, right? That would be horrible.
Because mod may not have translated properly. I just realized. Yeah, it didn't come across right.
Yeah, that first word is not good.
On what I said or what he said?
On what he just replied.
Yeah. That was Google Translate. Yeah. Okay. I tried. It didn't work well. Like, the translation, when I reverse translated it, what I said, which was showing off the mod, it said shoving off something events, something. I'm like, okay. I messed that one up. Or Google messed it up at least. Okay, so is that it, Fiery? Is that all you want to show off, or is there more? I guess this is the steamroller and paver.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the mod or the update totally ripped out the pavement here, so we get to do this.
You're welcome. If I would known you'd been that happy about it, I would have done it long ago. Hopefully you're catching that raw asphalt that you'll need.
No, I'm not, but there's some in here, so we'll just go with it.
Okay. Thought I made it so that this thing could get... It's going to be like the dump truck eventually, probably. Hi, Gamer Boy. Okay, so what Fiery's doing here is he's using the road paver to pave asphalt down. This is uncompressed asphalt currently. You need
That's all we got.
the road roller here
You want
to
me
drive
to drive
over
that?
it and hold control. Sure. And it turns it into compressed asphalt, that darker colored one. And the reason you want to do that, besides it looks pretty, haha, you run faster on it. It's a road material. It actually will allow you to run across your maps much quicker compared to normal walking speed here. It's not a huge boost, but it's enough that you can tell when you're playing the game. Is that it?
That's
Close
it,
enough.
except for the fuel stuff.
Okay. Do we have it set up anywhere?
No, we used to.
We used to have a lot of stuff.
I'm betting that room got destroyed in the great update.
No. The entities are fine. Well, as fine as they're ever gonna be. Oh, you're talking up there. Never mind. I don't understand.
Yeah, yeah. This.
You don't like your fractional distillers conveyors? Holy crap! I don't understand. It must have been the Forge update I did or something. It must have screwed with the IDs. I don't know. Whatever. That's why it's a testing server, not the other server that we do this on.
That's a sign.
I don't want to have to do it all in survival again while we're playing the other server too, though. We'll just have to do it creative only. Thank you.
Fermenter, distiller,
Fuel pump. Okay, I got the pump. Bam. Actually, I'll grab corn and fuel. By grabbing, I mean apparently throwing it on the ground. Cool. Okay, so in the distiller block he's got here, you need coal or some type of burnable material so that you can distill the fermented mash that is pumped into it by the fermenter. The fermenter takes corn and will, well, ferment it. So you take your fermented mash, put it into the distiller, it turns it into fuel. And the fuel pump can fill fuel cans. Which I don't have an empty one because reasons. Go empty it. Seriously, those were already full. Okay. Because we've been in creative. Haha. Why can't? Are you lagging?
I'm not lagging at all.
Ah, I forgot I did that. Okay, so you can't get an empty fuel can in creative.
Okay, well, just believe us. It's
There we go. So this thing eventually will make some fuel. Yeah, say it's got fuel going into it, and it'll fill the fuel can back up. Ta-da!
It will also fill the drill, the hand drill, for blasting.
True. It will.
And that's it.
Yep. And if you just got here and you wanted to see what the mod's about, go watch like the last 20 minutes or so of the mod of the stream here. Just rewind a bit and you'll see what it's all about.
We don't do double features anymore.
Not if we want to get things done today. Oh, need to stretch for a minute.
Yeah, I need a soda.
Okay.
Hey, now watch them yawns. They're too catchy.
Yawn? Did you go to sleep at all last night?
Sleep? What's that?
That's what I thought. I seen you were on TeamSpeak when I first woke up. I'm like, I need to give myself a few minutes and let this medication I took kick in.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Yep. Okay, so we were talking about adding steel. The steel was going to be added for this, which this is going to be the recipe for the liquid. No, I don't play Yandir Simulator. Is that a Chinese Yandir? Is that like Chinese version of John Deere? Japanese version. I have not played Farm Simulator or anything like that, so no, I have not played that specific version. This is the fractional distillation tower. And everything there is vanilla stuff. And we're talking about putting pipes here and here. That's not my kind of game, unfortunately. Pipes are the purple and black textures. Okay, so that makes the fractional distillation tower. It's got 2 pipes on it, one for in, one for out. Makes sense, kind of. And that's going to be this in the world. We've got our oil wellhead. That really should just be a bunch of pipes, probably. Pipe, 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 pipe. With something that can pump, so... I think I'll just leave it like this for now. Oil wellhead. Purple. Black. Equal. Liquid. Pipe. That puts some expense in this stuff then, because that's steel. Steel, we're saying, will be crafted like this we have here. So we're going to take coal or charcoal and make carbon dust. The carbon dust combined with iron dust, which can be made from iron ingots or iron ore, will be crafted together to make steel dust. Steel dust will smelt into steel ingots.
I'm back.
And I'm destroying the world.
Again?
Not on purpose. So I added some science here, Fire. I said these ingots are steel ingots. This makes a liquid pipe. This makes the fractional distillation tower, and the purple and black textured things in the fractional distillation tower recipe is the liquid pipes themselves.
Okay.
Then I started thinking about the oil wellhead, and I just said, let's just make it all out of pipes.
Yeah, that would be cool.
So you have to make a bunch of steel, basically. So it's
Maybe
four,
put a maybe put
16
a
steel.
a lever on the top of it for the on-off.
It'll turn off?
Well, I'm assuming, you know, I mean, you don't want it to be on all the time unless it's going directly into one of these things. And
Well, I mean, once it fills its own internal inventory, it will just kind of shut down. And its own internal inventory will only
okay,
fill
so
up if there's the pipes
what
are all
shuts down
full.
that automatic internal inventory.
When it's full.
Well,
Why
what
would
mechanism? What, I mean, a bunch of pipes can't
oh.
tell it to do that. You know, I mean, it's not that intelligent. They're just pipes.
I'm afraid if I add the lever to it, though, it's going to make it seem like it should be interactive with redstone. And maybe it should. I don't know. I don't know why you'd want to turn off your oil well.
To lock it.
Okay.
I don't know. I was just messing with you. You don't have
Oh,
to
I know.
switch in there.
Crap.
I am
There.
gonna throw on my other screen. Why am I doing this one screen when I have 2?
Ooh, fancy ma.
How dare me! I'm having to sit here and deal with a non-full screen version of Minecraft. Horrible.
I think. Okay, so we've decided that this needs to be a fluid container so that the liquid pipes can pump out of it, which they will. Let's get to that. Choose the code. What did it just do? Tell you, I'm about ready to throw Eclipse out the window. My programming environment. It's driving me nuts lately.
Is there better ones?
Some people think that there's a better one, but I don't know it, so better's kind of relative to what you're used to.
Well, I'm saying, I mean, if you're more used to this one, then why switch over to something you're less used to, and
Because
probably going to give you more headaches trying to learn it than it would be just to deal with the problems that you're...
I don't know. Some of the problems are like it just randomly decides to put a debug breakpoint in for me that I can't get rid of. So when I run it in debug mode, it just stops executing the code, and I have to hit play a bunch of times before it'll go again.
I use an LJ.
You use which one?
LJ.
LJ. Never heard of that one. Oh, IntelliJ. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the other one that.
I love it. I wouldn't switch to Eclipse.
See, I started with Eclipse a long time ago, and I learned it.
Yeah, me too.
And
But I love the design of IntelliJ and just yeah.
yeah, I'll probably eventually switch to it. Like for a while, I was using a bunch of plugins in Eclipse, which is the main reason I stuck with it, because I had a GitHub plugin and a couple other plugins that were just like I had everything right inside Eclipse, and then started switching away from all that stuff because I'd upgrade and they wouldn't have the new version of the plugin. What the frick? Do you hear that, Fiery?
Yeah, lightning's trying to kill us. It's okay. We're in creative. Can try all at once.
Still. Well, this thing is a fluid tank, so what is my liquid pipe looking for? Is it a fluid tank? Instance of a fluid tank. So I guess it'll work. So it's probably been transferring fluid from that wellhead this whole time we've been sitting here, and I didn't know it.
And yeah, Kathleen, this is exactly how mods are made. We sit around, talk a bunch of BS, and nothing gets done.
Fine. I'm gonna go full screen with the IDE. Jeez, Fiery. You know, here. Bye. Goodbye, Fiery. Oh, wait, let's see. I need to do this and use my little shortcut to get Explorer open. Go to my config folder, look for my mod, and there's debug mode. Debug mode true, okay. So these should be colored as I get stuff, unless I broke it.
Hi, person whose name I can't...
Decipher.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't... Yeah.
Render, totality, liquid pipe render. Put a breakpoint there. And this is what I was talking about. I have to re-enable breakpoints now because I have to disable them all the time. And then step into. Okay, so it's trying to color it based on the capacity. The capacity is probably just set extremely high. That's my guess. And I'm sticking to it.
He left me all alone on the rainy server with a bunch of zombies.
Haha. You pushed me too far, Fiery.
And a totally broken cow farm. Just
Well,
poor cow farm.
There's lots of crushers there. Okay, why aren't these pipes changing color? Oh, there's nothing in them. That's the most logical reason why. So let's put drilled stone there. Let's put a wellhead on top of that. And let's put oil, crude oil stone in the world. a breakpoint. Okay, so now it should be trying to... Hi, Kiana. Trying to pump oil.
Hey, Kiana!
Maybe. How low are we? Oh, we're pretty low. That's about why. Okay, I'm looking for a debug message over here that it's pumped oil. Oh, figures. It just started pumping as I broke it.
Well, that's about the way it always is. I mean,
Yeah. There it goes. It pumped some. So this should start lighting up red over time, maybe. We'll put down another one for comparison. That or it's broken.
hey, the server will still grab the latest version out of your spot, right? So, like the one with the helicopter that tilts,
Yeah.
and
Assume-
it's still
assuming.
/STOP.
Yes.
Okay.
So it'll grab whatever's the latest on that Jenkins build server. Assuming that's got the tilty helicopter. Blah, blah, blah.
Figured I'd update the server real quick while you're off.
Actually, the last build failed, it says.
What? Oh boy. So I just made it unplayable.
The last several builds failed. I don't understand. And I need to mute myself because I sneeze.
Microphone muted.
No, he's concentrating. I'm totally trying to break his concentration. And doing a really good job of it.
Yes, you've been very successful when you told me, or when I looked at the build server and realized that, hey, it broken.
Well, at least on a good note, I made you realize about a problem that you didn't know about.
How is that good?
You know about it?
I guess. Oh, wow, okay.
Forgot to hit save?
No.
Forgot to hit save and then yes?
No. Can it remove a file? No such file or directory. Build step, execute shell, marked build as failure, skipped archiving because build is not successful, finished failure. So it actually built it, but it didn't delete the old one. No, I'm sorry. It didn't delete the old one first, so it's considering it failed. So one bad failure made all the rest of them fail, is what I'm thinking's happened here. Yeah, that's what's happening. Because it deletes it right at the top. Okay, so the easy way to do that, I guess, is to log into the server and create a file and let it delete it, and then do a commit.
So you want me to log in?
No, the console in the server.
Oh, okay.
One moment, technical difficulties, please. do, 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 do.
Perfect timing!
Oh. Sometimes we have too much fun doing this stuff.
That's the point, though. You gotta have fun doing this.
Oh, if you didn't, it
Otherwise
wouldn't be
you-
worth it, right?
Right, otherwise it wouldn't be fun and, you know, you'd be boring and we'd be other non-famous YouTubers. Oh, we're gonna get into that one.
Instead of these non-famous YouTubers, huh? Oh, jeez. Oh, man. No, wait. This is bad.
Uh-oh.
Oh, jeez. Not this problem.
How many versions did it just download?
No. It's not that. It's... Remember when we created the TS custom crack pack on the server and I said, oh, I got to update Java?
Oh boy.
Well, the build server also uses Java, so it's now locked. So I need to restart this and hope that it will actually restart.
Oh man.
Because other things that I've done that too, it took me a couple tries to actually get them to restart.
So I might not have been real far off on having a brand new server.
Well, this server I'm talking about is the build server that creates the mod for us. Like it takes the code and compiles it into something you can download and use, right?
Okay.
Microphone muted. Microphone activated. Microphone muted. Microphone
Sorry about all the
activated.
microphone muted, microphone activated sounds in the stream because that's a hotkey for me and I'm typing it in Linux, unfortunately.
Yeah, we know you're saying a whole bunch of naughty words that shouldn't be told on.
Yeah, I'm actually swearing out fiery right now.
Sorry.
Hey, if
I
you want to
didn't
learn.
know.
Everyone wants to learn Linux commands. Know what they do. This is something I probably should not be doing, but I have no way of killing it because of what's gone and happened. So 1766.5. Okay, that killed all the processes. That freed up my other window I had open. Look at this fire. So it says, suddenly the dungeon collapses. You die. That is Linux, the operating system, talking to me. It's done it every time I've killed the process that way. Okay, so hopefully that just started it up successfully. It's trying. Yes, it started. Nice. Can I execute a build manually? I can't remember. If I log in, probably. If I only remembered my stupid login. Output. Ah! Do.
Sorry, we are having severe technical difficulties.
Mm-hmm. Like you would not believe. None of those are directories. ls-lda. There we go. cd.jenkins. CD jobs, maybe? Builds. Oh, what was it called? Dang it.
And this is why Tech is the true brains behind this whole project, because I would look at this and be like, oh crap. I wouldn't even know where to begin with this.
You're the idea man, sorry. I'm not sure where to begin with it because I don't know which folder it's deleting the file from, unfortunately. Because I don't know its working directory. guess I could change the config, but I need to log in to do that. I can't remember the stupid password, so that's not going to be any help. So removing from build libs.
Okay, the guy that always tells us to remember to write down our passwords didn't write down his password.
I've told you to write down your password. I think that's an awful idea. Here's the location. I'm gonna touch a file called machinemod.jar, and then I'm going to do this in my GitHub window, and I'm gonna put space there and save because GitHub needs something to post. Dang it. Dummy commit for Jenkins. Commit. Undo dummy. Commit. Now when I sync this, Jenkins should get notified. Yeah, it's like one of those things where it's like one of the 10 passwords I use, so I just don't remember which one. And it's case sensitive on the username too, and I don't know what the case is. So there's that. Is the build server gonna work? It's building, or trying to build.
Red lights don't look good.
No, that was the previous one. That's why it was
Oh,
red.
okay.
And that's also why there's a storm cloud there instead of a sunshine. There we go. It's green. Or blue, I mean. Wow. That wasn't even close to that color. Okay, it's built fire. You should be able to restart it now if it's not already up and doesn't have the mod, and probably... I gotta log into the console.
Yeah, you do.
Because it's probably stock at FML saying that, hey, you've removed all the mods, and do you want to remove these blocks? That's one way to wipe the server. Remove all the modded blocks. Close, close.
Oh yeah, I gotta.
Actually, it is not. Interesting. So the last build must have still been in that location. So it's on build 194, but let's stop it so it gets to 199. Which will be the absolute latest version of the code then. It is on build 194. No, 999. Okay. Looked at the wrong line. There you go. All better. So what was I doing? I was testing this. That's what I was doing.
Sorry, totally took you off track.
No, that needed to be done because I was going to try and make a bunch of builds today. Oh. Wasn't that bad. Primary crusher? No. Render liquid pipe. Is it getting to that line? It is. What is our capacity? Our capacity is 100. What is our amount? Oh, grabbed wrong. Inspect. 0. Okay, so that's why that one's not showing. Turn that off. Let's delete all these other ones from the roll. So this should be the only one that's going to render now. Make sure that's the right one. There we go. Inspect. It's at 100 of 100, so it should be red, but it is not showing as red. How wonderful.
I don't need a new version of Forge for that one, right?
The server doesn't automatically update its Forge.
Okay, so short answer, no.
No, you shouldn't, but we probably should update the server for new version of Forge. Looks like we're using 1722, if you have a question about that. So it might be the way that the model's being rendered now, because I might have changed the model render. Because this was working at one time. Render group objects. Render bake model. It's doing the
Okay,
quad
this
stuff.
is more than just a machinery mod, okay? There's machinery mods, and then there's this machinery mod, okay? I would love to see... Oh, and you know what we forgot to show off? The excavator.
What?
Now that I'm thinking about it,
Yeah,
we can show it off some other time.
yeah.
Or later.
And there's a reason I didn't show off the excavator.
I know you're ashamed of it, but you should
no.
be. It's actually kind of cool.
Not ashamed of it, I'm just not happy with its current state. There is no shame in modding. Not Minecraft modding.
Yeah, this machinery mod has front end loaders, bulldozers, tractors, harvesters, and I'm talking about riding machines, not machines that you put down and it does it for you. It's got a bagger, it's got explosives. I mean, it's loaded. This is like the One Ring to rule them all. Well, this is the one mod to rule all of us.
There's not just salesmen. This is a fiery salesman. Have you considered going into sales, Fiery?
I tried it. I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
I don't know if anybody likes being in sales.
I tried sales and I've tried working as a telemarketer. I hated both jobs.
I would hate telemarketer even worse, I think. Cause
I literally took 2 calls as a telemarketer and quit because the very second call that I had was a little old lady in a nursing home.
and you're trying to sell her something she doesn't need, right?
Yeah. No!
What now?
I think a bunch of our recipes are gone. Oh wait, no, they're not. Okay. False alarm. Okay, call it back. It's okay.
That's one reason to not delete the world. Didn't even think about that. Oh, God, just need to stretch. Actually, might need to take a lunch break soon. It's new. It's 11:15. Dog's gonna need to go out and all that stuff. And I haven't done a single thing other than try and stare at this stupid block for a while. It's getting fluid. It's getting fluid, so it's working. So why am I bothering with this?
You hammered out the recipe for the distillation tower and the pipes.
Yeah. I mean code-wise. There's no changes to code. Oh gosh, that's not a pipe. It's a helicopter. Okay, so if this is working correctly, this should be sucking from this, and this should be... See, that was the other thing. The way my pipes work, they work both ways. They will suck from an inventory or a fluid inventory, and they will push into it also. So if you put two pipes together, they're actually working twice as fast as just one pushing into it. If that makes any sense at all. Okay, so this thing should be filling up with inventory. We need some debug statements. That's would help so much. Because I need a hopper so I can access the inventory. I need a GUI on this. Coal. If I put a hopper, it's going to start sucking out into this inventory. So this thing should be making its own fluid. And then there. Where's the render for that? It has how much fluid in it? Inspect. 100. Already? Let's add a watch point to that. I'll watch. 100. Let's go debug mode. And our watch is over here. Do I have a bug in the code where it automatically gets 100? That would be interesting. What are the other things there? So this is a pipe. This is a distillation tower so that you can refine the oil, the different components. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Kaylee. Kathleen. We basically did a rundown of the majority of the stuff in the mod. I need to just freaking add a GUI to these so I can understand what's going on. Right? So I need to right click on this. Oh, haha. I forgot I did that. I forgot I was being lazy. So the server knows that it has 1,000 of the fluid bitumen, diesel, jet fuel, and naphtha. Awesome, so it's working. The server and client are out of sync, so the MBT data needs updated. You'll be typing for a while, Fiery.
I know. I have nothing better to do.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, these are all writable machines here. These are all items, and there needs to be a lot more. Here's all the blocks that are tile entities and that do things. So this is working. It's making the fluids. We have distillation. So if I put a fluid pipe, or yeah, liquid pipe, this number should start dropping occasionally, especially if I break the bottom, those ones. It's not dropping because it's full. Now it's dropping. So yeah, the pipes are working. The render is just messed up on that debug stuff, which, meh, I could care less. So yeah, I kind of want to see the liquid somehow, right?
What does a skeleton tile his roof with?
This is for 189 of Minecraft. You can see it up here, 189. I don't know what a skeleton with tallows roof with that. It's... Oh, shingles. Okay, shingles. I get it. That was actually pretty clever. Well, if you made it a fish skeleton, it'd be even funnier. I guess this fish doesn't have shins, though, do they? The fish and skeleton family. There we go. So the liquids are ready. Like... Okay, so it's null because of the... There's no oil. So let's get some oil going. I'll put that for the well to pick up. Okay, so it's got some oil in the pump. Still no oil here. Why is there no oil there? Okay, I need to add that same right-click code to the liquid pipe so that when I right-click it, it tells me, why did the skeleton cross the road? To make a soul bone from intangible? Hi, Summer. Thank you for the sub.
I don't know, Kathleen, why?
Yeah, that's gonna be up here in the block.
To get to the body shop. Oh, God.
You need to talk to my kids about how to make jokes. My youngest kid's still like, knock knock. Who's there? Orange.
Yes.
Orange who? No. They do the cow one. Like they're like interrupting cow.
You started that one wrong is the way you did it. It's knock knock, who's there? Banana.
No.
Banana who?
That's
knock knock,
that's
who's
how
there? Banana.
that's
Banana
how
who?
they do it. That's how they do it though. They do.
Okay, so
she doesn't get how the knock knock joke
Okay.
works. She just the best she's done is the interrupting cow answers the door or is who's there, and like you go to say who's interrupting cow who, and before you can get it out, she's like, moo. Well, that gets old really quick after about the third time, you know. But she's trying.
That's the thought. You know what I mean?
Thank you, Heather. Feedback is feedback.
Well, you're off to a good start, Kathleen.
Yeah. Just don't be like, what's her name? There's some female cat. I can't think of that name. She's like more recently became popular, and she's been accused of stealing other comedians' jokes. A lot. Yeah, we want to terminate.
Hey, it couldn't be any worse than that guy who's suing people on YouTube that are using
Yeah, the Fine Brothers.
Yeah.
If you make a reaction video, you need to give us money. Bullcrap. Plain and simple. Oh boy.
Yeah, I got that one.
We have is the answer. It's never been released. Nor shall it ever be released. That is the mod shall never be released. Let's put it that way. Minecrafter YouTube PvP montages. If you like PvP, you will be interested to find a map that will be released somewhere in the near future, probably shortly after 1.9 is released, that will be called Death Cube. There is a post on the Minecraft forums for it already. Death Cube is a PvP mode that our server group came up with years ago now, that originally started in a FTB, Feed the Beast, mod pack, using the various mods to accomplish the game mechanics, right? So we had wireless redstone, we had red power that would... It's not accepting the fluid, that's weird. It's getting fluid here, but it's not going into here. Why?
Microphone muted. Microphone
Oops,
activated.
sorry, wrong button. Anyway, it would it had MFFS force fields that would restrict you to a certain area, and basically the goal is to be a capture point game. So there is a spot right here that you have to go and stand on for so long, with the other team trying to attack you and not let you capture it. Then you progress on to point 2. So it's a progressive capture point system. So capture point 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. You win. It was called Death Cube because the force field that was around it would kill you if you touched it. So you were trapped inside this like 64 by 64 area, couldn't get out, and that's how the game played out, right? And there was a death penalty box that we ended up incorporating into it. So if you died, you had to sit in the penalty box for so long before you were back into gameplay. So there really was a penalty for dying. You couldn't just spam bodies at the point, basically. It's kind of like, it's a capture. It's not capture the flag, it's capture the point.
Yeah,
Because you don't have to take the point back to your base. You go stand on the point.
It's capture the flag on steroids.
But capture the flag implies that you're taking the flag back to your base or some other place. You just go stand on the point. It's like King of the Hill.
Yeah, exactly. It's more like King of the Hill.
A progressive King of the Hill. You can't capture point 2 until 1's captured. You can't capture point 3 until 2's captured, etc. And that was the first revision of it. It was fun, but because of limitations of Minecraft, we made it so you could place blocks. You were in adventure mode, but you could place cobble, for example. So you could build up to towers, build defenses from enemies, but you could break cobble. But because of the way Minecraft works, the map would get littered with cobble in a match, and then we'd have to go manually break it. It was a big pain in the butt. Then came the bucket version. So I made a bucket plugin that ran on a custom server that I created that would reload the map after each map. The bucket plugin was much better. We had a lot of fun playing that for months on end. We made several maps. We made a map voting plugin that lets you change which map we were playing on. Basically, it was on the caliber of being something similar to Hypixel at the time. Hypixel back then didn't have resource packs and all that junk, making custom models. Neither did our stuff. We did have custom resource pack for sounds though. So like at the beginning of the match, you'd hear one of our server members saying, "Here we go," things like that, just because it was funny.
I actually kind of miss that too.
Yeah, we need to get that back. So then fast forward to, and Fire, I'm just gonna get on Death Cube server.
Go for it.
Fast forward
I'll be right there.
to 1.9 snapshots. Command blocks come out, right? Not the orange command blocks. The green command blocks come out. The green command blocks that lets you do things in a chain. Basically, you can program in Minecraft now. So we took advantage of that. I'm going to take this off screen because I don't remember if I have the server IP in here. I do not. Oh, I'm the only one that probably can connect unless you got this version of Minecraft. Fiery. I got to upgrade
Which
this
one?
today. 16W05A right now. We'll update it later today in case we play tonight. So this is the current version of Death Cube. So we have an arena that you spawn into. We have a play field over here, which will be the Death Cube itself. We have a loading bay where we can load the map so that we can refresh it after each battle so that it gets rid of the cobble. And then we have these save bays out here, so we can change the map inside vanilla Minecraft to any of these different play fields that we want. And we've marked the points inside this thing with invisible armor stands with name tags. Okay. So
Which version?
16W05A. You probably don't have the A. That's what Czarified told me the other day. Because I guess they replaced it with B and deleted A off the list.
Oh, those jerks.
Yeah, I know. So if I update the server, it'll be okay. Anyway, what this means is you can copy this. You can create your own map basically by putting it in one of those save bays, and we have a command book that we've created that spawns in the armor stands for you. You just right-click inside the book. I don't even know where the book's at anymore. You go over here real quick. You right-click in the book, and
It's
it'll
over by
spawn
the
it in.
Coliseum.
It's on that stone platform.
Yeah.
Capture point command book. Which is it? Capture point command book or run me for
Yes.
magic command book?
Capture point.
Okay, so this command book, if I go over here to this, I can say I want a blue 1 spawn point. It sets up the blue 1 spawn point. The spawn points get particle effects around them. All sorts of crazy funness. So I can clear them. I killed it. Away go the particles. Okay, you're thinking, yeah, it's kind of cool. Well, remember 1.8.9 or 1.9 of Minecraft is going to have different combat mechanics, right? So if you see on below my hotbar, my cursor, right in this section, when I swing, there's a little bar that fills up. If I go down here and get something that's got a weapon, because we have classes over here. Let's go with the Berserker first. I'm gonna get my gear, come back. When I swing my axe, see how slow it is to refill that bar? Because I'm a Berserker, we've set up custom MBT data on all these. We're trying to balance everything right now. That's the stage in this we are at, basically. And this is a little class selection combat area that you can use to
Test run them.
test run. Thank you. I'm talking all funny today. Game mode 0 is this guy's first run.
Oh, he actually put the engineer's chest down there now, too.
Yes. Well, he put the ender chest, but he made it so that you can get the mechanic of how the engineer can place levers and move things in the world, right? Well, no. You do not understand. 1.9 is going to save PvP. 1.9, like, we have classes for all of these set up, and they're becoming balanced so that a Berserker is a guy that drinks an overload potion, gets blindness, but he becomes super OP because he's got all these effects. So if he can find somebody, he's going to absolutely wreck them with 1 or 2 hits, right? But because he's got this blindness effect, he can't see people. We really need to get this on stream tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
Which one? I think it's the Alchemist has the effect. So I'm going to change to Alchemist now. The Alchemist has there's some potion effect that gives you like visibility, glowing. So I'm glowing right now. So if there was a Berserker around me, because I'm glowing, he would see me and come after me, even through the blindness. So there's different abilities that we've given each one of these. So an engineer, for example, he gets a pickaxe that's really fast, a lever so that he can place the lever in the world on diamond blocks and then interact with those diamond blocks to open up these ender chests. In the ender chest, each class will have its own special item. So in this case, we've got Archimedes' wings, which is really the elytra wing. So the engineer is capable of flying, which on some of these maps is very, very useful. I'm going through this too quick to give it proper justice. The jump juice engineer can jump extremely high now for a very short period of time. The rogue is a very fast class.
That's what makes it more balanced, though, Minecrafter. It's not, you know, for the common everyday new person, it's not going to make it. It's going to make it so that it's easier for them to acclimate into it. You know, it's not going to make it so that all the pros are the gods of everything. Not anymore.
And I agree with you on the swing fast thing, but you have to swing smart. That's what it's about. You got to stop spamming and start thinking with each click. So, for example, I've got a dwarven axe that's got a high attack damage of 10, but it's got a slow attack speed. And then I've got a nightshade dagger, which is 4 attack, but it's going to be able to attack really quick. You see how fast the bar refills? So I can attack with light damage, medium damage, but pretty quick. Or if I switch to my offhand item, I can swing slow, but just wreck with it, right? So it's about doing it smart. Also, if I go up here to the archer, one of my more favorite classes because I love the bow in Minecraft, they've now made it so that you can dual wield. So I've got that hoe that's a really fast attack, but it's kind of light damage. And also my bow. I can shoot my bow without changing inventory slots at all. Crazy. As long as you have your bow in your left hand, your offhand, you can right click and it shoots the bow, left click and it attacks with the weapon that's in your hand, your primary hand. Very, very powerful. Also, there's all these different types of arrows. So if I'm an archer and I don't want to use my knife, field knife as my primary weapon, I can say I want to shoot the specific arrow of harming. I just mouse cursor over to that with the bow in my left hand or my offhand. And then also I can change to any of these and it will go. So this one's going to shoot one of the slowness arrows. So it's very, very cool abilities that they've given us as map makers to be able to make something that is completely not possible before. Yeah, so we're trying to make it so that the classes balance each other out, right? So we've made a brute class. Let's go grab him, see what kind of gear he's got, right? So he's got full diamond gear. Most of it's enchanted. He's got a sword that's got decent normal sword type skills. You know, it's a sword slowness, right? But also he's got a sword or a shield. Gosh, I can't talk. So with 1.9 snapshots, they made it so that the axe is a weapon that can disable the shield. So you go berserker, get a axe in your hand, run up to somebody and whack their shield. Their shield no longer can be used for a short period of time. So then your second attack goes straight to them. And if you've gotten your overload potion, because it's a berserker, your attacks become much, much stronger. Let's go over to the necromancer and check him out. So a necromancer, you're going to just watch my XP bar start leveling up, right? Necromancers are one of the most unique classes we've created, I think, because we've got this book. It's the Book of the Dead or something like that. I forget what exactly we named it. But it lets you go in here and buy mob eggs because you're a necromancer. You can bring back things from the dead, right? And you're using the experience that you're gaining the whole time that you're a necromancer to do that. So let's right-click this and get a... I've got 2 levels of experience, so I can buy a zombified minion, which it doesn't look like it's working in here. Oh, no! Czarified might have broken the book. Or something happened.
Oh!
Yeah, that's not good.
That was my favorite class!
Yeah. The book's not highlighted in blue anymore. Maybe let me try getting it again. Maybe it's just something about why. Oh, okay. Well, anyway, I would get the mobs. It was working the other day. I would get the mobs and be able to spawn them in. And those spawned in mobs would attack only the other team. We've set them up on the teams. and other necromancers, players, etc. will kill them, and they will generate XP because they're mobs. So the necromancers can collect the souls of the dead mobs that are in there, or other players if they've got XP, and use it to create more minions for his horde, I guess. I forget which one it is. Is it the Paladin or the Alchemist that has the XP bottles? I think it's the Paladin.
Yeah, it's the Paladin.
Yeah, Paladin, sorry. The Blaze Rod sets people on fire. I think it has a little bit of knockback or something like that too. So the Paladin, because he's got XP orbs, is a great combination class with a Necromancer, right? So you spawn down the XP, let the Necromancer pick it up and turn it into minions for the team. He's also got this Holy Charm, which makes him go slow and gives him night vision. Or no, night vision, something else. But it gives you a lot of positive defensive attack abilities, right? So -5 attack damage, so you can't hurt people, but you're just a tank. You got plus 20 armor. You also have these Odin's Breath, which gives you regeneration, haste, absorption, and glowing. So that's that one effect we were talking about again, where the Berserker's going to find you really easy because you have the glowing effect. And these are using the lingering potions, so you can toss them on the ground, and your whole team can walk through that and get that positive effect. What else? The warrior's kind of like a base class that's kind of rounded. He has a bow he can use. He has a shield. He's got a sword. Nothing real special about him. And also, we've created this class catalog book where you go in here and you say, I want to be an engineer. Next time you respawn in the game in the death penalty box, you are an engineer then. There's a lot of thought that's gone into this vanilla mechanic. Berserker, Berserk Brute, Engineer, Rogue. I think we kind of covered them all, basically. Well, the Alchemist. The Alchemist, because there's a lot of vertical movement in some of the maps, so you have to go up over a wall or something. Toss that on the ground. It gives you a potion of levitation, so you can fly over it. This is both an offensive and a defensive type of thing. It can be used offensively because you can climb walls, like we said, but also defensively because you hit somebody that isn't near anything that they can land on, they're going to go way up in the air. I know there's a ceiling here, so I can't. They're going to go way up in the air, and they're going to fall, and they're going to take a ton of fall damage. Plus, they're basically disabled from standing on any of the points while they're in the air. So, it's a great potion to have. Wither potions, Demon's Breath. There's, like, Czarified's put a lot of time into this. A lot of time into this. He's done an awesome job with it. And, like, other people too. But Czarified's done most of the class work, right? We just gave him ideas. Hello?
Hey.
Where are you guys streaming?
All over the place. I'm talking about Death Cube right now. We have a player or a person in the stream that was PvP in their name, and we started talking about Death Cube.
Go.
But
Hey, I just popped down here for a second to see if you would mind, I don't know if we can or not, adding Thuts elevators to our mod pack.
Thuts elevators?
THUTS.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Tuts.
It's cool. Very cool.
Yeah. Because the Pneumaticraft one's broken right now for some reason. I thought it was going to be a cool solution, but it's not, so.
Is it something that's on Cursed, you know?
Yep, it's on Cursed
Yep.
in
Then I
1.89.
don't see a
So.
problem with that. It shouldn't be a problem. I might even update the pack today anyway, because I want to try and get to a later version of Forge that might fix the Thaumcraft Outer World or whatever it's called dimension bug.
Cool.
So,
Alrighty, yep, that's pretty much why I popped in here.
yep, okay.
Enjoy your stream.
Thanks.
User left your channel.
So, yeah, that's Death Cube, but a really fast, 10-minute explanation.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and it goes even deeper than that. The rabbit hole is really deep in this one.
Yeah, there's a lot to it. It's a very fun game. Or it can be. It can be very
Yeah.
frustrating too when you get a good team
Yeah, it
against
can
it.
be. I suppose you could kind of give them a flyby on the maps too. I mean,
Oh wow, shoot, fire! I just lost it.
oh,
I
never
will.
mind then.
I will. It's quick to load. One of the maps is like our Baby Puncher map, right? And that's the map that's kind of like the throwback to the every version of Death Cube. In every version of Death Cube, we've got a map that's similar to this. Each one of them has their own twist, but it's 2 towers in the corners. Let's get in here. Shoot. So that's the spawn room up there. So you'll spawn in up here. Oh, break the thing, I guess. There we go. So you'll spawn in like inside this glowstone. You'll need to come out here, stand on the pressure plate to go down, and that's a new sound. That's cool. Then you rush over to red 1 because we spawned in red. So we'll stand over here in red. The countdown on the side of the screen over here for the scoreboard, if I was in the playfield, would start counting down. Once it hits 0, you'll hear a jingle from your level up sound. Thank you. Czarified did most of the work. Anyway, so you capture this one. And your next point that you're going to capture is in the corner over here. But you say, how do I get up there, right? The only way you get up there is to start climbing. There's a little bit of parkour in this one. I hate parkour, that's why I'm not jumping it. But you can see you travel like this direction, you go over here, you go up this ladder, go up this, come around the back of these ladders, come up here, over here, blah, 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 up here to the cobble spawner. Cobble is the only block in the game that you can place and break. Everything else you can't because you're in adventure mode. So you get a bunch of cobble. You then start working your way over to there or drop down and pillar up from maybe this over to here. Stand and capture point 2. Capture it, jingle, come down here, and you're on the 3rd point. You can see the 3rd point is more of a cooperative point or shared area, right? So if both teams are progressing about the same speed, this is going to be where a lot of combat's going to happen. Typically what we see on this map is people fail at the parkour and one team gets the cobble first and just owns after that. Then the final point is on top of the opposing team's spot, which looks like for some reason this one's not here. Maybe somebody killed it by mistake. That's the original Death Cube map. That's that one. Then there's Fiery's map, and Fiery, I don't know where all your points are still. Like, I don't understand. Like, I understand the concept of your map. I don't understand where the points are, just because I haven't played through and touched them all.
Okay, I believe the first one is in the,
But you spawn up here. You spawn at these armor stands. So I'm red. First one's straight down.
They're set. They're all set. I'm looking at them right now on your stream. They're set.
Yeah, I know, but I just don't know where they are. So here's red 1. So you'd come over here. So you'd have to work your way across the castle, dig through the cobble that's there. And then from there, where's 2? Is it down in the nether area?
nether area.
So you got to go back out or work your way in further and get to the stairs to go to the nether area. And you want to go to red 2? This is red 3. Oh, okay, in the center. Red 2 here. Then go back and get red 3.
And then red 4 is at the top of the tower.
Of blue's tower. So it's kind of a thing where we've got going where typically you're going to be capturing the opposing team's spawn area or general area just because it makes the end of the game a little bit more interesting. It really helps that there's a death penalty box to avoid it being impossible. So if red can kill the blue team, they're not going to be spawning here for a while, and it gives them an opportunity to capture the point. This one here is an early work in progress. It's just got a bridge. This one here is Czarified's map. I don't know what he's named as. The elven thing? Some kind of elven forest or something.
Yeah, I don't remember what he named it either.
Am I good at PvP? Nah, I'm okay at PvP. I'm good with the bow. Really good with the bow. I think I am at least. Then there's this last one. The last one's called Cobble Wars because it's all about getting cobble, digging under their thing, bridging across, building a castle to defend your last point, those kind of things. It's very, very open, as you can see. This one and the original Death Cube, the first one I'd explained, are remakes of older maps that we had a lot of fun with, or just experiment
Except for the
with.
floating points. There was never floating points in the old one.
Of what? Which one?
of Cobble Wars.
This point was here. It was just a 1-point map
Right.
in Cobble
but
Wars.
This one has multiple points.
This one does,
Sand.
yeah. Like I said, there's variations on them, but it's still basically Cobble Wars. There's just more points to go
Yeah, I know.
for.
Another map I actually liked.
So this map is new to this version. This map is going to be new to this version, and then Fiery's map here is new to this version. And we have room to expand more if needed.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing a remake of the old map that I did too, because I actually liked that one.
Which one? I can't remember. We had so many maps, Fiery.
Yeah, I know. The ruins map, the one with the.
Oh, okay. Like
yeah.
it had a lot of jungle and stuff. That one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I had just gotten that one fully tweaked, and it was just to a point where it was nice and fun to play, and then I had to go, and everything went bye bye, and I was like, no.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. And that's so here's the bigger picture with this, right? So we're going to release this. People can go in once we have all the command block logic set up to select the maps, because what you'll do is you'll select which map you want to load into the loading area, and that puts it here so that you can copy it to the play area. And when a match is done, you copy from the loading area again to the play area, and it resets that whole play area with no cobble. No changes that you've made to the map. So it just resets it, okay? The other thing that we're talking about doing, and haven't set up yet, but hopefully in a future version of it after it's been released for a while, we will do it. So here's all of our command block logic to do all this, right? This area here, this floor, will be in each of the save bays in the loading bay. This area here is going to be for map makers to run their own custom command block logic for their specific map. And what we're going to do is we're going to spawn in, using our command block floor, redstone blocks that will trigger your command blocks at different points in the game. So for example, we can place a redstone block up here when the game starts, which might trigger you spawning in a mob or something like that. We can trigger a command block or a redstone block here when 5 minutes have passed in the map. We can scan a command block when the third capture point has been captured. There's all sorts of things that we're thinking of as making events that will spawn redstone in the map specific command block layer that the map maker can then use to trigger their own special things to happen for their map specifically. So let's say on this map, instead of using the lever to open up this, where is it? Yeah, the lever here to open
The
up
engineer's
this,
chest?
the engineer's chest, the ender chest. We might make it, the map maker might want to make it so that the team that unlocks the third capture point unlocks that chest. Well, with something like that, you can, because they can use relative coordinates in their command blocks that runs when that redstone for the third capture point being captured unlocks that ender chest. So it really makes it very flexible. We're making this as a Death Cube game map making framework, really. It's not just a map that's static that you play it once and you're like, okay, I'm done with it, right? We're hoping that other people will pick up on this idea and make their own maps, and we'll continue to release the map, our map, with the framework, with their individual mini maps inside of it, so that everyone can share. Maybe we'll end up with 10 or 15 of these maps, right, in one single map you download, and you can play for a couple hours with your friends on different maps without needing to reload anything on a server, which is the best part of it. Whew, I am so cottonmouth right now.
Sorry, I couldn't have explained all that. I would have been hanging in the wind.
You're fine. For your PvP map, here's a suggestion. Why not have random mob spawn to make it harder? Well, remember, we've got the Necromancer. So the Necromancer is going to make mobs themselves. And the Necromancer mobs are on a team, right? So instead of having a creeper spawn in as the necromancer on blue team and having it blow up in your face, he's going to ignore you because you're on the blue team. He's going to seek out the red team and blow up by them. And only by them.
Little tip: if you see the creeper coming, run
Run.
towards the other team.
Yeah, it's a special creeper. I think we called it a ghost creeper or something, right?
Yeah.
So he's an invisible creeper with supercharged effect, and he's got speed. So
And
run.
It's very fast speed.
So run. He will
Do
chase you
not
down.
Stop to look and see if he's still coming. He's still coming.
Yep. We even set the MBT data on that creeper so that his range for which he tries to find a player covers the entire map. So if you spawned him by your base and the only other player in the map is over by their base at the far corner, he will chase after them. It's great fun. Unless you're on the receiving side of it, then it's awful. Okay. We've been streaming for about 2 hours. I'm starting to get hungry. We haven't done a whole lot of the mod. This might be a good spot to just take like a half-hour break from the stream, or maybe an hour.
That's cool anyway, because I gotta go run somewhere.
Yeah, I gotta let the dog out and all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna stop streaming for a while. I will probably be back within about an hour and stream some more, and we'll work on the mod actually.
Okay.
Then tonight, maybe if we can talk Czarified into it, maybe get that necromancer thing. Maybe we can get the server for Death Cube up working where we can get some other people in. We can play test this with like 10 people. That'd be awesome.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome. I don't think it would be hard to get CZ in on it.
If he's around, that's the only thing. If he's around, I'm sure he'd love to do it. But if he's not, then we're gonna have trouble doing it.
All right, so
Yeah. So Kathleen, yes, but those team mobs just mobs that will attack anyone. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. We do have mob spawning turned off because we didn't want that to affect the gameplay yet. We also have it set up so that the mobs blowing up don't break blocks because we want the map to be pristine other than cobble changes. What you could do though as a individual minimap maker is set a command block right at the command start that changes that sets mob spawning on and set the time of the night and mobs will naturally spawn. So anyway, like I said, need to take a bio break, get some lunch in me, let the dog out, all those kind of things. I'll be back in a half hour to 45 minutes to an hour probably. So it is approximately noon Eastern Standard Time. So look for me streaming again around 1 Eastern Standard Time. So about an hour. Later, guys. Fiery.